Assalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There are painful truths we prefer to ignore, realities that proud hearts refuse to admit until it's too late. You, the chosen one of Allah, know what I'm talking about. You were rejected, cast aside, ignored, despised. Not because you were bad, but precisely because you were a blessing that many were not ready to receive. Today, they regret it, not silently. Their lives accuse them, the emptiness they feel, the tears they hide, the choices they no longer understand. Everything screams at them that they have lost something priceless. For you were not like the others. You brought peace, balance, the remembrance of Allah. Your silence disturbed their habits. Your presence reminded them of a conscience they wanted to lull. Your gentleness revealed their harshness. Your light exposed their darkness. And in their confusion, they did what rebellious hearts do. They rejected that which could have saved them. You were a mirror that was shattered so as not to face its reflection. A refuge that was set ablaze because it was too pure. A reminder of Allah that was sought to be stifled. But what they failed to understand is that one does not get rid of a blessing without consequence. When Allah places someone in your path to elevate you and you trample on them, it is not the person you have rejected. It is a sign from your Lord that you have rejected. And now the truth is emerging. Their once arrogant hearts are beginning to crack. The things they chose over you have proven disgusting, humiliating, destructive. They traded wisdom for confusion, true love for toxic pleasures, calm for turmoil, light for heavy shadows. But you, the chosen one, do not let their regret get to you. This introduction is not here to reopen the wound, but to announce to you a powerful truth. Allah has hidden you to protect you, and today He reveals you to yourself. You were not rejected. You were set aside for a time, for a purpose, a higher purpose, a sacred calling. Prepare yourself, because what you went through was only the beginning. Who are truly Allah's chosen ones? Are they perfect people? Angels without fault? No. Allah's chosen ones are not chosen because they are blameless, but because they are sincere, because they repent, because they seek Allah with a pure heart, even in the midst of chaos, because they are humble, even when they are wounded. They fall, yes, but they always rise again to return to Him. They are not always the ones society puts forward. They are not the ones who speak the loudest, nor the ones everyone follows. In truth, they are often the quietest, the most discreet, those who have been humiliated, forgotten, cast aside. But in their hearts lies a light that few understand, a closeness to Allah that no one can steal from them. The Prophet said, perhaps a dust and repulsed person who no one even notices, if he were to swear in the name of Allah, Allah would grant his oath, reported by Muslim. These are the truly chosen ones, the people rejected by mankind, but chosen by Allah. Those whose love for Allah surpasses the need to be accepted by creatures. Those whose tears in the secrecy of the night are worth more than 1,000 speeches in public. Those who fear disappointing their Lord, even if they have been betrayed by others. And their presence in someone's life is a blessing in disguise. They aren't always the most handsome, the richest, or the most influential. But when they enter your life, everything changes. There is more peace, fewer arguments, more barakah, less dissatisfaction. Their mere presence attracts the rahmah, mercy of Allah. That is why Allah, in His wisdom, places these beings in homes, in friendships, in relationships, to test others, to see Will you recognize them? Will you honor them? Will you support them? Or will you hurt them, reject them, humiliate them when they were a gift? And how many have failed this test? How many have looked down upon the one whom Allah had raised? How many have mistreated the one whom Allah loved? How many have abandoned the one whom Allah had sent as a sign? As the Quran says, and they said, why was this one not chosen from among the notables? But Allah chooses whom He wills. He honors whom He wills, and He humbles whom He wills. Perhaps you are one of those chosen ones. Perhaps you were abandoned because your faith was disturbing, because you refused to compromise, because you stood tall when others bowed down and they thought you were weak. But in truth, you were strong, for your strength came from your connection with Allah. You bore the pain in silence. You supplicated to Allah when no one understood you. You walked alone, but you were never alone. Angels accompanied you. Allah's mercy covered you. And today, those who rejected you are beginning to see. They remember your gentleness, your guidance, your loyalty, and they realize what they have lost, what they have. But you don't change. Don't let their return turn you away from your path. You don't need validation. You're already validated by Allah, and that's all that matters. Keep moving forward. Stay in the light. For this world often rejects those whom Allah loves most. But on the day when all truth is revealed, the chosen ones will be honored before all. There comes a time everyone must face, the moment of regret, when the truth becomes impossible to ignore, when illusions dissipate, when those who turn their backs on you come face to face with what they truly chose, and what they see then breaks them. For in moving away from you, what they pursued in your place has turned bitter. What seemed beautiful has crumbled. What glittered was only a trap. They traded loyalty for self-interest, sincerity for ease. And now, what they have in their hands brings them no peace. And you were what their souls were searching for, without understanding it. Not you as a person alone, but what you carried, the light of Allah. Your behavior, your patience, your constant remembrance of Allah. All of this was an answer to their chaos. But they rejected it. It's hard to accept that you made the wrong choice. But it's even more painful to realize that what you left behind was a blessing that Allah had given you. You do not look back. Allah elevates you through this. Do not be sad about having been sacrificed. You are living proof that sincerity still exists. It was not you they rejected. It was their own salvation. But Allah preserved you for better. You cannot be one of Allah's chosen ones and live as if your life were ordinary. You feel everything more deeply. You love more sincerely. You give without counting the cost. You forgive beyond reason. And yet, it is you who is betrayed. It is you who is abandoned. It is you who is wrongly accused. But in reality, what people never understood was that your presence was a mercy sent their way. They didn't lose you. They lost the opportunity to receive what Allah had placed in you for them. They saw your light as a mirror that revealed their own darkness. And rather than change, they chose to distance themselves from you. They preferred the comfortable illusion rather than the inconvenient truth. But Allah is just. He allows a chosen one to be betrayed not because he has forgotten him, but because he is unveiling the truth. He shows others what they had, by also showing them what they chose instead. And what did they choose? The world, vanity, toxic relationships, easy paths, appearances, sweet talk that hides poison, ego comfort over sincerity. They chose the ephemeral. They preferred applause to prayers, arrogance to humility, pride to pure love. And now, everything they thought they had earned becomes heavy, bitter, empty. But you observe without arrogance. Hold neither hatred nor resentment. Allah elevates you, and they struggle with their own choice. Their silence toward you today is filled with inner noises they can no longer quiet. Their regret consumes them, but their pride prevents them from returning. And even if they did return, the season has changed. Destiny has shifted. The train of mercy has continued without them. For Allah never leaves His chosen one in pain for the pleasure of humiliating them. He uses hurt as a gateway to transformation. Were you abandoned, rejected, misunderstood? That was proof that you didn't belong to them. You were never shaped to remain in weak environments. You were shaped to withstand the storm, to carry a message, to embody the truth in a time of confusion. Your solitude is not forgetfulness. It is a divine distinction. There is something invisible that Allah's chosen ones carry. It is not their appearance, nor their social status, nor their ability to please people. What they carry is an inner fragrance that sincere hearts recognize, even without understanding. You never needed to shout who you were, because your mere presence was enough to make the masks tremble. Allah has placed on your face a light that even your enemies could not ignore. But despite this, you were betrayed, rejected. You were preferred to people who lacked depth, loyalty, or spiritual vision. Why? Because your existence was a living reminder of what they were not ready to become. You weren't just a person, you were a mirror. And in that mirror they saw their own cowardice, their lack of faith, their hypocrisy. They already regretted it, but in silence. Look at their eyes when they meet you. There is a weight, a trembling. They would have liked to return, but Allah has placed a veil between their intention and your heart. For this is no longer the season of return, it is the season of discernment. You have become too precious to be treated as an option, too elevated to be placed in situations that demean you. Allah has ended certain relationships not to punish you, but to purify you. And now that reality has turned against them, they mourn silently. What they chose hurts them. What they lost, they miss. What they despised becomes a great regret for them. And you continue to move forward. For blessings do not end with the rejection of men. On the contrary, they become purer, more focused, more powerful. Do not seek validation from those who denied you. Do not look back. It is not up to you to repair what they have broken. It is for Allah to judge, and He alone repairs what is worthy of being restored. Allah's chosen ones always go through a season of pain. Not because they are weak, nor because they deserve the suffering, but because their souls must be cleansed of the need to be understood, loved, or accepted by this world. This world often rejects those sent to heal it. And you are no exception. Indeed, you are living proof of this divine rule. Allah allowed you to taste abandonment so that you would understand that your attachment should not depend on the love of people, but only on Him. He showed you the hypocrisy disguised as friendship. He revealed to you the intentions hidden behind smiles. He removed the veils, and it broke you. But this breaking was necessary. For one cannot carry the light of Allah while keeping a heart full of illusory attachments. The tears you have silently shed are not wasted. They are recorded, counted. Each one is a proof before the throne. Each one has purified a part of your heart. And today, even if you still feel fragile, Allah has already begun to send down blessings upon you that you do not yet see. For He knows how loyal you were when all around you cried out injustice. He knows that you prayed for those who hurt you. He knows that you wanted to make amends, even when you were not the one at fault. What you may not yet understand is that your greatest pain has become your greatest witness before Allah. This rejection that you thought was a curse is in truth a proof of your elevation. Allah removes the chosen from the circles that defile them, not because they are unworthy, but because He is preparing them for a role that others cannot carry. Remember the Prophet Yusuf, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, thrown into a well by his own brothers, forgotten, betrayed. But that well was actually a door to the palace. Prison was a detour to power. And every tear shed in solitude brought him closer to the decree Allah had written for him. You too, your well is a stage. Your rejection is a transition. Those who despised you will soon witness the elevation they will never have. Not out of revenge, but because Allah honors those who have stood firm in oblivion, pain, and silence. What you are experiencing today is not by chance. It is not a punishment. It is a heavenly reminder that you have never been like others. You have always seen, felt, and understood what others did not perceive. And you have paid the price for this spiritual sensitivity with betrayals, estrangements, and deep pain. But through it all, one reality remains. Allah has chosen you. He didn't choose you because you're perfect. He chose you because your heart is true. Because even when everything was falling apart, you remained faithful. Even in confusion, you kept praying. Even in solitude, you sought His face. And that's what makes you unique. It's not what people say about you. It's not what they think. It's what Allah sees in the secret of your soul. Today, look back with clarity. Did those who betrayed you truly take something from you? Or did they set you free? Did those who chose something superficial instead of you gain peace? Or are they trapped in an inner emptiness that consumes them? Their regret is proof. Not that you are superior, but that you were, without their realizing it, a blessing sent into their lives. And now, you must not remain stuck in the past. Allah is opening a new path for you, a season where He will elevate you without you having to force it, where He will position you where no one can take you away, where He will give you blessings greater than what you have lost. For Allah never takes without giving back better. He never makes you cry without planning a bigger smile. So rise up, not with arrogance, but with certainty. Certainty that you have been shaped by trials for a mission you cannot yet imagine. Certainty that this world is only a passage, and that those who reject Allah's blessings today will be the first to cry out their regret tomorrow. But you, move forward. Continue to love, to pray, to build. Do not close your heart. Keep it pure, even if the world around you becomes dirty. And always remember this truth. When Allah chooses someone, He lifts them from illusions and places them in His light. You are in this process. Don't look back. What awaits you is greater than what you leave behind.